Hey guys, I want to take a minute to talk about St. Patrick's Day and everything green, right? So St. Patrick's Day is just around the corner, and that's the time when we love to dress in green. I mean green socks, green clothes, green face and makeup, green hair, green nails, and of course, green food, green beer, green drinks, right? So, what's that doing to your body? You know, recently a lot of things have happened in our government, which is great timing, that food dyes are starting to be looked at as toxins in the body, and they're starting to be banned. So the government has started with red dye number 3, which is a great place to start because that one's pretty bad. But what about green? Green dye number 3 has been around for just as long, and it's pretty toxic too. It's not up here with the really bad ones like red dye 340 or yellow, but green is here. I mean, what amount of toxins are okay for your body, right? That's the whole point. So I want to talk about some swaps. But first, what does green dye number 3 do for your body? Well, green dye is typically known to cause allergic reactions and to have an allergy response. It can create a histamine response in the body, but here's the interesting part about that. Histamine response in the body from green dye number 3 may not look like itching, blowing your nose, runny eyes. It may literally look like fatigue, brain fog, right? So that's one of the number one things that it does. But the other thing that's a little more concerning to me, a lot more concerning, is it's linked to a very specific cancer, and that's bladder cancer. So if your family has a propensity to any type of kidney or bladder cancers or issues, green dye number 3 is not for you. So let's talk about the swaps. What are we swapping it for, right? So there's lots of things you can use in nature, like your vegetables. Let's go with spinach. If you use fresh spinach and you put it in your mixer and you add it to muffins or something that you're doing, it's gonna turn it green. We make pesto sauce here in the cafe, and we use that spinach, fresh spinach in there, and it's all green. I love it. It's a natural way to get the foods in there turning green. So spinach is good, and then you're getting iron, right? Antioxidants, vitamin C, some good things in you. Here's a couple other things that you can use that work really well. I'm gonna start with this guy right here. We're gonna take a look at what color it gives you. So this is matcha, and I'm just gonna use maybe just under half of a teaspoon, just to give you an idea as what that does for you. Matcha is actually a tea. It's like a green tea, and it has great benefits. It's amazing for the heart, circulation. Matcha actually helps with weight loss. Matcha gives you a nice boost of energy, and look at this great olive green color. I like it. More of an earthy green, right? How does it taste? Well, you're pretty much going to be putting this in your muffins or your baked goods, or maybe you're putting it in your liquids. So it's going to pretty much take on the flavor of whatever you're adding to it. So that's going to be okay. Now I'm going to move on to this guy. This is chlorella. Chlorella is a sea veggie, and I'm not using that much. Again, I did less than half a teaspoon. I probably did a quarter of a teaspoon here, just so we can see. And it's not even completely dissolved, but you can see immediately it started turning everything green, and that's in a larger amount of water as to what this sea veggie will do, right? I'm gonna go to this one and talk about the benefits of both of them for you, because they're pretty similar with a few differences. This one right here is spirulina. Use about the same thing, maybe less. I'll use even less. Spirulina is also a sea veggie. And as you can notice, for the same amount, look at the bright color. It's even in more water, and it has an even brighter color. So spirulina is usually one of my favorites for putting in my cookies or baked goods, because it works so well. Sea veggies are great detoxifiers. Both of these have a little bit of protein in there for you. Good vitamins and minerals you're going to be getting anyway, so why not a side benefit, right, instead of a toxin in your body? And you can see the color difference, pretty significant from the others. I like this one. This one, probably my favorite. We're going to take a look at what this one does. So this is chlorophyll, and I'm only going to do it by the drop. That's 3 drops. Let's do 4 whole drops of chlorophyll. What is chlorophyll? Well, clearly that comes from the green parts of plants, right? And it's very, very concentrated. Look at that gorgeous color. This is St. Patrick's green, right? I only put 4 drops in here. So chlorophyll is a great detoxifier. It's a great way to oxygenate the blood, really good circulation, and one of my favorite parts of chlorophyll is it's a heavy metal detoxer. Heavy metals are really hard to get out of the body, and there aren't a lot of things in nature that will help you do that. You have to be really intentional, but chlorophyll drops do it really well. So I love working with chlorophyll drops. So the thing I like to do with this is I'll use it for any of my festive holidays. So not just St. Patrick's Day. I'll use this for Christmas. I'll use this for Valentine's. I'll use this for Easter because, Easter's coming up. And can you dye Easter eggs with these colors? You can. You'll have varying results. You have to add vinegar in there because you need a mordant to get it to bind and stay. But I think my favorite is right over here, these two. As you can see, they're much stronger in color anyway and imparting color. I actually love using these for dyeing things like clothing and paper and all sorts of other things from nature that are way better for you. So these are my swaps that I would use because I'm looking to get away from those synthetic toxic food dyes that we all know are out there and have been told over and over how bad they are for you, right? Play with some of these. Experiment with recipes. You can put these in muffins. You can put these in anything that you bake. Bread and breadsticks, yes. I actually love to take chlorophyll drops when I bake my gluten-free bread loaves, and I literally take a toothpick, put it right in there, and draw on the bread, and it comes up this vibrant green. It's amazing. And kids love to play with this. So have fun playing with this. This is why we carry what we carry here at the co-op, so that you can find some of these swaps. And remember that natural health and natural healing is totally doable.